Hi, I'm Samantha, and this is the final part of my story. The story of how the day I dreamt of the most in my life, my wedding day, turned into a catastrophe, and by none other than myself. Anyways, back to the story. I want to be clear about something. I didn't want a quiet exit. I didn't want to fold my veil neatly and walk away with dignity while Mark stood at that altar confused for 30 seconds before moving on with his life. I didn't want a clean break. I didn't want closure. I wanted consequences, real ones, the kind that follow a person. Let me tell you what I built over 5 days while smiling at my fiancé across the breakfast table every single morning. First, I contacted Amanda, then the others. By day 2, I had 6 women who were angry enough and brave enough to show up. But I didn't just invite them to sit in the back and watch. I gave each of them a role, a specific role. Because if Mark wanted to perform a perfect life for 4 years, then I was going to give him one final performance he would never recover from. The ceremony starts beautifully. The music is perfect, the flowers are perfect, my dress is perfect. Mark is standing at that altar looking like the happiest man alive, and every single person in that room believes they are watching a love story reach its peak. I walk down the aisle on my father's arm. Mark mouths, "You look incredible," and I smile back at him. The officiant begins. The usual words, rings, commitment, forever, and then he reaches the part every ceremony has. If anyone here has reason these two should not be wed. He doesn't even finish the sentence. Amanda stands up first, red dress, heels, completely composed. "I do," she says, and brace for it, as the next words that'll come from her mouth I have spent a lot of time thinking about and preparing for. She says in a calm, unhurried, matter-of-fact tone, "I've been sleeping with the groom for 8 months." I have never witnessed silence such as the one that befell this room. I could swear the birds stopped chirping. Mark spins around so fast he nearly knocks the officiant over. His face is not just pale, it's gray. "Amanda," before he can finish that sentence, a second woman stands up. Different row, different side of the venue. "7 months for me," she says simply, like she's answering a question in a meeting. Then a third. "He told me he was single." Then a fourth, who doesn't say anything at all. She just holds up her phone, screen facing outward, showing a screenshot of his Tinder profile, enlarged, unmistakable. One by one, 6 women, 6 different corners of the room, like dominoes falling in slow motion. But by this point, the room is not silent anymore. It detonated into absolute mayhem. His aunt faints, genuinely faints. Someone had to catch her. His best man takes 3 steps backward and sits down on the altar stairs like his legs stopped working. My mother grabs my cousin's arm so hard she leaves marks. And Mark is turning in circles at the altar like a man trying to find a door in a room with no walls. That's when I reach into my bouquet. I pull out a small remote. I press a button, and every screen in the venue, the decorative screens we'd rented to display our love story slideshow, switches. No more wedding photos. Now they're displaying receipts, screenshots, bank transfers, every lie, every message, every transaction from the secret joint account he opened in my name, blown up to the size of a movie screen, rotating on a loop for the entire room to read. His salary going into an account I never touched, withdrawal after withdrawal, gambling sites, hotels, dinners I never ate at, a weekend in Vegas I never went on. 4 years of a secret life, playing on 8 screens simultaneously, in a room full of 200 people who loved us. Mark looks at me for the first time since it started, really looks at me. And I see the exact moment he understands. Not just that he's been caught, he understood that the second Amanda stood up, but the moment he understands that I built this, that every smile over breakfast, every "I love you" this week, every calm and normal day was me running the clock down to this exact moment. He takes a step toward me. "Let me explain." "I already know everything," I say into the microphone, calmly, clearly, so the entire room hears it. That's rather the point. I reach into my bouquet one more time. I pull out an envelope and hold it out to him. He takes it with shaking hands. "You've been served," I say. "Lawyers already frozen the accounts. The house locks are being changed as we speak. Your things will be in boxes on the driveway by Monday." He opens his mouth. "Don't," His own mother says from the front row. Her voice is ice. She doesn't look at me. She looks only at her son, and the look on her face is something I could not have scripted if I tried. Don't you dare say a single word. He closes his mouth. I turn to face the room. 200 people. Absolute silence now. The kind that comes after a storm. Half of them are crying. Some of them are filming. His best man still hasn't gotten up off the stairs. I pick up my bouquet, minus the legal documents and the remote, which I leave neatly on the altar, and I straighten up and I say, the food is paid for. The bar is fully stocked. The DJ has instructions. Everyone who came here today to celebrate love is welcome to stay and do exactly that. I pause. There is, however, one name that has been removed from the seating chart. I don't look at Mark when I say it. I don't need to. I walk back down that aisle for the last time. And this time, Amanda falls into step on my left. Her friend, one of the 6, takes my right. And behind us, I hear it start. First one person, then 5, then the entire left side of the room. Applause. Real, thunderous, standing applause rolling through that venue like a wave. I don't look back, not once. The reception without the groom is legendary. I'm not using that word loosely. People still talk about it. The DJ plays every vengeful, triumphant song in existence. My girls eat their body weight in cake and dance with my mother. Amanda gives a toast, an actual toast, that ends with the entire room on their feet. Mark sits in the parking lot for 2 hours. I know because security tells me. He doesn't come in, he doesn't try. He just sits there, alone, in his wedding suit, in a parking lot, finally understanding what it feels like to be on the outside of a life that moved on without him. At midnight, I take my heels off and dance barefoot with my daughters until the venue closes. People ask me if I have any regrets, about how I handled it, about the spectacle of it, about whether it was too much. Here's my answer. He spent 4 years treating my life like a stage, performing a version of love for me while living a completely different story behind my back. He looked me in the eyes every single day and chose the lie. So yes, I gave him a stage. I just chose the ending.